Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tavern. Today we're going to be covering episode 1 of season 1 of Evil. Hopefully I'll be able to cover all of the episodes. I might do one at a time or a couple at a time. It just depends. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, let's get right into this. Number 1, new to the show. Haven't seen it. So hopefully you won't spoil it in the comments for me. The reviews for each episode will be full spoilers, though. So if you haven't seen it, get caught up now because the train's just leaving the station. And that way we can talk about it. All right? So let's get this show started. So episode 1, season 1 is bizarre right off the bat. Okay? We start with Kristen Bouchard, which is played by, who is played by Katja Herbers, and she's a total skeptic, right? Raised in the Catholic Church, she's left the church, she doesn't remember, but demons, ghosts, all that shit, she doesn't give a fuck. Not interested. She's a clinical psychologist, so yeah, that's not a thing for her. So she's called by the Catholic Church, or called upon by the Catholic Church, by a priest in training who is Mike Coulters. There's Katja right there. There's Mike right there. And he's like, yeah, I'm a priest in training. I do research for the church on exorcisms and other paranormal stuff. I fight demons. I give them headlocks. She's, whatever. And yeah, so they meet. There's some chemistry there. Everybody sees it. I mean, come on. Look at him. Look at her. Seriously. Oh, and by the way, she's married, but her husband is far away, leading people up mountains or some shit. I don't know if it's Kilimanjaro, K2. I don't know. He's somewhere leading people up mountains. And then there's a third character, which is Ben Shakir, who is played by Asif Manvi. And he's like their Egon, right? Like he's got sarcasm, but he's also a skeptic, and he likes to debunk things. And they have a pretty good chemistry together, the three of them. It's pretty interesting. So the first case that they have is this man who claims he's possessed by a demon named Roy. And yeah, it just gets weirder. He's apparently killed like 7 people, and he's in jail. She is the clinical psychologist brought in by the prosecution to just say, yeah, this guy's a killer. And the defense is claiming, no, he's claiming he was possessed by a demon. Enter, Mike Coulter, or David Acosta is his name on the show. And they get to talking. She doesn't believe it. He believes it. It's a thing. So she has a conversation with the killer and has a change of heart. She doesn't think there's a demon involved, but she can't say that he's mentally fit for trial either. DA's department doesn't like that, fires her as a contractor. She's like, listen, if you're not on board with us, then fuck you, you're out. So yeah, she's all about science, and she's trying to diagnose him with some fancy sounding stuff, and he's like, David is like, nope, this dude's possessed. Holy water. Yeah, it's weird. Then we get introduced to 4 creepy kids. Like, Kristen has 4 kids. Her and her husband have 4 kids. And they're adorable, but creepy because they're not, like, off-put by any weird shit, which in itself is weird because most kids would be like, ah, but they don't. And it's odd. And I don't like it. Yeah, not a big fan. And while all that's going on, things get real serious when Kristen starts having her own nightmarish night terrors in the middle of this investigation, because now that she's not working with the DA, David Acosta swoops in and is like, hey, I want you to work with us because I like your style and I think we're a good team, right? And she's like, well, don't you care that I don't believe in this stuff? He's like, no, I actually prefer that, which is a good way to think of it. You want some skeptics in there to bounce off your crazy, if you're crazy. But things started really freaking out, going freaky when she starts having night terrors after joining the team and is visited by a demon named George. I'm pretty fond of the name George. I like George. And he's creepy as shit. I'm not going to lie. He's super freaking creepy. And then this happens a couple of nights. So she goes and talks to her own psychiatrist. And it says, listen, I'm having these dreams, these night terrors. She doesn't call them dreams. She calls them night terrors. Because there's a difference, apparently. I'm sure they'll explain it at some point. Maybe they did in that episode. I was too worried about fucking George showing up in my house in the middle of the night. So yeah. It gets really interesting because the bad guy, when they go to talk to him again, reiterates shit that only she would know about George the fucking demon, and her hotness for she's thirsty for David Acosta, even though she's married. Which, hey, shit happens. It is what it is. It's a show. I fucking love it. There's tension there. But yeah, they do introduce one character that makes the entire episode, like, the level of creepy shit just gets cranked right the fuck up to 22, not even 11. We're doubling that shit when we're introduced to this guy named Leland Townsend. Now, I've watched spooky shows. You've watched spooky shows. We all like spooky shows. This fucking guy is on a whole nother level of fucking evil vibe. Like, yeah, I didn't like him from the moment I spotted his ass. Even his name, Leland Townsend. It's creepy as shit. I've said that word a lot. Because I don't want to keep saying evil, because it's the name of the show. But yeah, it's a psychological thriller. The entire show is a psychological thriller that blurs the lines between paranormal and reality in a very, very interesting setting. So, yeah, if you like that kind of stuff, demons and science and all of that cool, nifty Taps type stuff that we used to watch, right? Because I love that show, Taps. Yeah, watch it with me. We just started this journey, so jump on board the train and watch Evil with me and tune in and share your love for spooky crap with me. And then, yes, this skull is made out of kittens. If you haven't noticed, I just realized that I hadn't spoken about my kitten skull shirt, which I love. Thank you, Luke Crate. But yeah, hit that like button. Share this. Comment below if this is something you want to watch with us. And I've got a Discord, Tavern Discord. There's a channel for Evil on there. And if you want to join us and discuss the show on there, please do so. All right. Have a good day. And hope to see you in the comments.